Let's watch the evening news.
Good evening. The Commerce Department reported today that the economic situation in the United States has been steadily improving over the past 6 months. The decline in the price of crude oil and the increased exportation of our farm crops have improved our balance of payments. In addition, Americans are buying more American goods again. All the major American automobile manufacturers are reporting improved sales. Meanwhile, foreign imports have dropped off slightly. Nevertheless, the Commerce Department still expects a $10 to $12 billion trade deficit for this year. The Commerce Department also announced that the inflation rate is still holding at 4% annually. The recession, which many critics of the president's economic policy predicted would continue unabated, now seems to be ending. The Department of Labor announced last week that unemployment is declining. The jobless rate fell to 6.2% last month, which is the lowest it has been in over 2 years. The reasons are obvious. Manufacturing and sales are up. The dollar is strong on foreign currency markets, and solid economic growth is expected for the remainder of the year. The only sore spots in the entire economy are the current budget deficit and the huge $4 trillion national debt. This year's deficit is currently at $250 billion. The national debt is a huge burden for the country now, with nearly 1/3 of all our taxes going just to pay the interest on this debt. The across-the-board tax increase, which the president got Congress to pass, hopefully will begin to reduce this massive debt. Meanwhile, Robert Bloom, the president's economic advisor, was meeting with the heads of West European countries today to discuss the economic crisis in the Third World. The World Bank has asked for another austerity program coupled with a new repayment plan for the huge debt owed by many of the developing countries. A currency devaluation in many Third World countries is expected. The political ramifications of this situation are serious. As taxes in these countries go up to pay for the debt, the standard of living sinks lower and lower and their balance of trade worsens. Poverty is already at record highs in many countries, and outside help is badly needed. There still remains doubt if, in fact, there is strong enough resolve on the part of the Western nations to help these countries which so desperately need aid. And that's the business update. Stay tuned for the sports report.
Well, what do you think?
Did you hear that report?
Yes, it's a pity about the economic situation in the Third World, but the economic forecast for this country looks very promising.
I think there's never been a better time than now to open that software business we've been discussing.
You're right, John. Your word processing program is really innovative. I think it will be a big success.
And what about your clip art work?
Let me show you.
Oh, they're beautiful. I know they'll sell. How many did you say you have now?
Over 150.
Wow, that's enough for a 2-disc set at least.
Yes, and I'm almost finished with that computer training program I've been working on.
Yes, all in all, I'd say between the two of us, we have the makings of an innovative software company.
Well, what do you say? Are you ready to take the big step and open a new company?
You know I am, but we'll have to get more information about the legal and financial ramifications for both of us.
Okay. There's a man I know from the health club who's a corporate lawyer. I'll give him a call.